Hey y'all, it's Taylor from Tattoo Teacher Plans. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm glad you're here. So today's going to be a little bit different. I received this planner, like a week or two ago, and I've been playing with it. I've definitely been playing with the front part of the planner. I will link my review for this up in a card and down in the description. But I love this planner. I actually ended up redoing all of the assessment pages at the front for the goal setting because I wanted it all in one spot instead of on the printables that I had. So I did all of this mainly so that I had it in one spot and I could find it very easily. But I have been also playing with some of the other things in the planner. So I've got, I filled in the annual goals section that I had just in on notebook paper from when I was brainstorming. And then I also have been playing with kind of the weekly spread. And this is definitely not going to be my full-time planner, at least not currently, but I am just super intrigued by this format and I really like this. I have been doing some of the goal setting and goal planning pages. So I did the monthly reflections, and then I've been kind of working on February's pages as well. But I played with this weekly spread and did a little pen-only rainbow spread. And I just love how this looks. And I asked you guys on Instagram if you wanted to see a little plan of me using my real plans, but in here. And it was a resounding yes. So that's what we're going to do today. So I have my ink joy gel in 0.7. I think I'm going to switch back to the 0.7. I'm feeling the thicker tip right now. I don't know why. I just love how it rides on this paper. And on the Erin Condren paper, it's just with a thinner tip, it just gets caught and I'm just not feeling it right now. So I think I'm going to go back to the 0.7. We'll see. But I love how it writes on this particular paper in the makselife. This paper is just so smooth and lovely. So I had a lot of fun with this. It took me about maybe 25-30 minutes to put this together, get all the spacing right and everything. So I kind of want to play with some washi as well this week, just down at the bottom. But I love this. I think I'm going to go for a winter theme. I pulled out my mild liners. I keep them in a little mason jar, and I just am drawn to these particular colors this week. And I'm thinking that these are going to be really fun to kind of do a little what am I thinking of? A little gradient to the middle and back. So we'll see how this works out. But I'm going to go grab some washi and then we're going to jump right into the plans. Okay, so I found these 3 washi. They're very simple and I think they will look really nice with these colors. And I think we're ready to jump into this. But first, let me show you the spread in my Erin Condren. This is my EC vertical, and this was the week that I'm kind of planning out. So I've got this in front of me. And then for anything else, I've got my dailies in my EC folio that I can also refer to if needed. I haven't memory planned this week, so I'm kind of going off of those 2 things because I do want to put my real plans in here. I don't want to do a fake plan with me. So I think we are ready to jump into this. So let's do it. So I'm going to start like I always do with every plan with me with the bottom washi area. And I'm just going to throw down 2 strips of washi. So I'm going to use this striped one, which is kind of thicker. And then I'm going to pull in this kind of aqua colored one. This is one of my favorite washis. It's probably one of my oldest washi too. It's kind of, you can tell that it's old, but it's a super old Scotch washi. And I swear it was probably in my first 10 rolls that I ever purchased. I love it still to this day. It has sentimental value. But I like the kind of layered look that I did there. And then I decided to plan out my colors here. So I'm going to put the darker one in the middle and then go from light to dark and then back to light. And then I'll do gray on the sidebar on the right side. So I'm just starting with this kind of aqua color. And I wanted to kind of mark my little school section up there. So I wanted to prep for the school week, and that means just make sure that I have everything ready. And then I also wanted to send out an update this document called the ELT map. And then at the bottom, I'm putting my video where I always put it, which is down at the very bottom and I had my plan with me go up that day. So I just put in a little stripe to kind of separate my school from my home to-dos and things like that. And then for my workouts, I'm going to use 2 little swipes as well, just to kind of block off that time, kind of make it into a half box. And then there's lots of check boxes on this spread. And I also like to put in these little stars with dots. I just think it's cute, and it makes everything look kind of uniform. With this week, I had more plans than I kind of thought. What I really liked the week before this that you kind of saw, and you'll see it at the end of the video too, but I did these little like kind of swatches and did little quotes and stuff. I think if I were to do another spread, I would try to maybe incorporate some of that just because I think it's really cute. So on Tuesday, I went with this light blue, and I'm just marking in that I had a chiropractic appointment in the morning, and it was kind of a different one. We were making a plan. It was like a 2-hour appointment, and we were kind of making the plan for getting my back fixed. It is all jacked up right now, so it's going to take a little while, but we got all of that fixed, and then I made my little school section, and then I kind of marked that blue apron arrived, and I just like the mix of check boxes and little kind of marked off sections. I think that looks cute. So Wednesday, I went with a darker blue, and I was at school that day, and so I just am making a little checklist because I knew I was going to be out the next day for a workshop. So I'm just kind of prepping for the rest of the week there, and another little divider line for home stuff. I always do some like tidying things on Wednesdays just because it's the middle of the week, and so I kind of made a little section for that. And then this was when I was still doing the yoga challenge with Adrian, the home challenge. So you'll see yoga on every single day, and that's why, until I get to the 31st, which was the last day of the challenge. So I kind of like highlighting certain things just to kind of make them look like they stand out, kind of like what I do with boxes in my other planner. And I'm trying to do some lettering here. I'm kind of out of practice with my lettering, and I used to practice all the time, and I just don't anymore. But my letters are a little wonky, but I think that if I practice some more, I will improve that. So I did have that workshop, and I just put in the little name for it. I also like these arrows, little squiggly arrows. I think they're really cute. I do them a lot in my memory planner, and I just thought I'd incorporate some of those here. So this day I'm using the darkest color, which is like this indigo purple. I think it looks really pretty. And then you'll see I'm kind of highlighting the check boxes, just kind of outlining them, and just kind of highlighting anything that needs to stand out a little bit. The layout of this is a little bit different than what I'm normally used to because it has the sidebar over on the right side instead of the left. But it's interesting because you get Friday, Saturday, Sunday together, which I think is the weekend. Friday is like not a normal evening, so I kind of like that it's separated out like that. I think I would get used to it pretty easily. So Friday I had a bunch of to-dos at school, and I don't put all of my to-dos in my regular planner. I have a teacher planner for that. But if it's like things that I need to maybe even think about at home or just kind of like mentally prepare before the next day, I kind of like to put those in my home planner. And then I just kind of separated out kind of my little home to-do list here. And things are a little bit out of order on this day, but that's okay. But I definitely did go to Taco Villa, and I definitely did catch up on my TV shows. It was the last day of the yoga challenge, so I was treating myself. Okay, and then I'm kind of like backwards, like doing the gradient. So I'm kind of working to the lighter colors here. So the weekend doesn't have the school section, obviously, so I started with a checklist at the top of just my weekend to-dos, and then I'm using arrows to show like places I needed to go, I don't think that things necessarily need a header all the time because like I know those are places I'm gonna go, so I think the arrow is sufficient. But I think if I had the room, I would probably put like a to-go kind of header situation, but I like it either way. And then to kind of make things take up a lot of time, I like to make them bigger. I kind of do that with boxes in my other planner, or in my memory planner I'll write bigger. So I'm doing that same kind of thing here. And so that's what I did with like the film script there. And then Sunday, I got some stuff done in the morning, so I'm making myself another little checklist here. And then I decided to go for a hike out at the canyon, and after I picked up my groceries here, I kind of tried this other little thing kind of to time mark, and I think it looks really cute once it's all kind of highlighted. That hike took me about 3-ish hours, 3.5. So I like that it takes up like a chunk of the column. I like working from the top to the middle and the bottom to the middle. I have done that for years with planners, so this style is just kind of like continuing that. I really like the color blocking, it looks really cute. Okay, for the sidebar, I set it up similar to how I do it in my other planner. So I'm just putting in a quick checklist for like things that don't necessarily have a day that they need to be done. And then I'm not using all of the habits. I don't track that many habits. And actually I track my flossing in my wellness log. So I wouldn't even put that in my regular planner, but I thought I would just put it in here since there's room for it. So I have my little weekly cleaning checklist here that I do between Saturday and Sunday usually. And then I've got just my general to-dos up there at the top. So I had a little bit of awkward space there. So I just put in this marble washi to kind of fill that. And I'm doing the same thing that I did in the other columns, just highlighting the little boxes. I don't like how that looks. I just kind of messed up the highlighting, but it's fine. And then I'm just going through and checking all of the boxes like I would day to day. If I don't necessarily finish something on that week, I always do an arrow to the next week. And I liked how I kind of filled in the little bubbles on the habit tracker on the other one. This one's gray, so you can't really tell, but I still think that it looks kind of cute. And that's pretty much the spread. I love how this turned out. So this is my finished spread. I love this so much. It's so cute and pretty and like simple. You know, sometimes it's nice to step outside of your comfort zone and just try something a little bit different. And this is definitely different and it's just kind of fun. So I hope that you guys liked this. If you did, definitely let me know down below because I can do some more of these. This was fun to kind of think outside the box, out of my planning style box, and just kind of play around with this planner and just kind of see what I can do with it. So if you want to see more of these or even maybe a kit spread with this planner, let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I definitely would like to do maybe the quarterly check-in with my goals since I am using that section of this planner. But if there's anything else you'd like to see, just give me your ideas down there in the comments. So if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!